Timekeepers of the bell, Tom Davis, Chris Anderson Jr. Ringside position, Dr. Peter Lewis. The judges assigned for this championship fight, weighing us down. Brian Butler and Nico Williams. Sheriff, under 10-point mass system. Representing St Kilda 45 at ringside, Scott Brower. Malcolm McGuinness, Michael Ashton. And Noel Sharp, back from the Gold Coast Suns. Okay, here we go, 8 rounds of boxing for the vacant Victorian Super Middleweight Championship, vacated by Serge Yannick, is in our main event. Introducing first in the blue corner, with his new coach Stuart Stokes, with the vivacious Stacey Bourke, personal trainer, in the corner. From Pakenham, Tyson Goldsacks, part of Melbourne. 33 years of age, 6 fights, 2 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses. Ladies and gentlemen, 75.80 kilograms. Wearing blue trunks with white trim. When you welcome Paul
Themelakis.
Challenger number 2 in the red corner with Team Themelakis, Team Ultimate, Sean Sheehan, and the big guns in the corner. With Sakula Mercurio from Ethiopia. He's got a perfect professional record. He's a boxer, kickboxer in professional boxing. 3 pounds, 3 wins, 1 inside the distance. At 76.20 kilograms, black trunks with white trim. Would you welcome from Yarraville, Evan Themelakis. 8 rounds of boxing, a referee in charge. Ignatius Miscellaneous to give referees instructions.
Okay guys, I'll explain the rules.
Welcome to the Coburg Town Hall in the northern suburbs of Melbourne. The date's October 1, 2010. You're watching Fight 3 of the Charlie Liberato Ringside Promotions Fight Night, brought to you by Doherty's Gym. I'm Patrick Scanning. Joining me as co-host tonight is former Commonwealth champion, the legend, Paul Ferrari. How are you doing, Paul?
Yeah, good. Fights have been great. Especially the last one. It was a very good fight, that one, between the girls.
On the line tonight is the Victorian Super Middleweight title, 76.2 kilos. Evan Themelakis in the blue trunks with the white trim, and Paul Bourke with the black trunks and the white trim. Paul Bourke's had 6 fights. Evan Themelakis has had 3 fights. And there's a significant height difference here. Bourke with a slimmer build. And Themelakis more of the stocky warrior type, and he's got power. But Paul Bourke coming off a big win against Mark Pawsey up there in Randwick, an upset win, so he's got some momentum as well, and he's getting the better of the early going. Looks like he's landing some crisp punches as Paul Bourke.
Yes, he's got a very long reach also, hasn't he? He should be trying to set him up with that nice left hand.
We've seen Themelakis display his power. He knocked down Frank Schomper in his the biggest win of his career so far. Schomper outranked him in experience. And Themelakis is one of the breed of combat fighters who move between Muay Thai and kickboxing and also boxing, heavy-handed. And it's looking like a classic boxer versus puncher display tonight, Paul.
Yes, it looks that way. Yeah, Paul seems to have that advantage on reach.
Skills. What you'll see tonight is Themelakis trying to land that right bum. It looks like he's got Paul Bourke in a little bit of bother here in the first round. Bourke showing some good skills and moving off the ropes. As these two slug it out of the corner, separated by Ignatius Miscellaneous. So it looks like it's a classic power versus skill here, Paul.
Yeah, I think Paul should be
sticking and
moving around, moving around and jabbing that left hand and try to set him up with for the right.
Staying away from the big power shot, that big booming overhand right, and that's the X factor in this fight. That's the punch that can end things. Great combination there by Bourke. Bourke fights out of Berwick, his distribution manager, and he's got Stuart Stokes in his corner, who's also a fighter, and he's ranked 36th in Australia and 430 in the world. Versus Themelakis, 10 in Australia and 170 in the world. So Themelakis has come in the favourite, but Paul Bourke landing some good combinations here in the first round. How do you see the flow so far?
Yeah, good. I think Paul should have been doing a little bit more with his left hand and
keep working in
trying
there.
to get in there. He's trying to fight Evans fight, and he's not really adapted to the fight. His arms are too long to be in short fighting.
Not using his strength in the fight, which is his left jab.
Yeah, exactly.
How did you have that first round, Paul?
Oh, I think it was pretty even, actually.
Depending on which style you like. Do you like the guy coming forward or the guy picking up with the jab?
Yeah.
Seconds out, round 2.
Knockout.
Round 2, Victorian super middleweight title on the line. Round 2 of 8. And a very even round in the first. Classic match of styles. Evan Themelakis landing the big bombs, heavy-handed. And Paul Bourke, more the stylish stick-and-move boxer. And showing some great skills, but he also did get caught on one occasion with a big right bomb of Themelakis. And they're down to it here in round 2. Is Bourke being the aggressor, getting inside and exchanging him. And you spoke earlier, Paul, about maybe that's not the best strategy for Paul Bourke, not to get inside. He shouldn't be closing the distance, but standing on the outside and playing to his strengths.
That's right. Yeah, he's the other guy, Evan, is just out boxing him with his strength in close.
Themelakis has some pedigree in his corner. Sahila Mercurio, who represented Ethiopia. He's a 12-year Olympic coach, and he's a 9 times African champ. And he's also got Johnny Sheeta, who's brought across from his kickboxing career in Themelakis. Has some great experience in his corner. The fights continue the pattern from round 1. Themelakis moving forward, trying to land his bomb. Bourke trying to show his evasive skills, but he should watch himself. Bourke's got a good right cross. He's got some good skills, but doesn't seem to have the power at this stage to hold Themelakis up for.
No, I think he should be fighting his own fight and moving around a little bit more, trying to match him, with the punches that he's doing at the moment.
When he stands on the outside here, he looks good. When he's inside here, Themelakis is having most of it his own way and lands a good body shot and a good left hook. And Paul Bourke standing stationary on the ropes, using a good strategy. And a body shot looks like it's hurt Paul Bourke here. That's a pivotal moment in the fight. And now Themelakis moves into finish. Paul Bourke really shouldn't stand in one spot here. And Themelakis having it his own way as he moves in for the kill. Sensing an opportunity with those body shots. Both fighters look like they're in good condition. And Paul Bourke's best strategy is to stay there in the middle, and that looks like it's changed the fight here, Paul.
Yes, not all that much, but
Bourke's legs did look a little bit rubbery, but he looks like he's recovered at this stage from that body shot. And lands a straight right. Themelakis might struggle to keep up the work rate he's had here in the first 2 rounds. He's definitely trying to work the body as Bourke moves in. Lands a body shot of his own.
I think Paul seems to be hooking those punches around where he should be getting them right throwing them down the centre.
How do you have that round, Paul?
I'd give that one to Evan.
Themelakis, he's got a 2 rounds to 0 right now.
He's behind.
Yep.
Come on, boys, school out.
Round 3, Victorian super middleweight title, and Evan Themelakis' power seems to be getting the better of things in the first 2 rounds, Paul, but he didn't have it his own way. Paul Bourke initiated a lot of exchanges and still landed a lot of good scoring shots.
He has, but he's also missing with a lot too.
Hence, that's why we've both given the first 2 rounds to Evan Themelakis here, but it's an 8-round fight, and Paul Bourke does have some good skills. Really needs to keep his distance from Evan Themelakis. Try and take away his power, try and do something different. Themelakis, if his conditioning holds, looks like he's threatening to run away with this fight. Themelakis does have a cut on his nose. Doesn't look too bad at this stage, but it's the first blood we've seen drawn in the fight. So Paul Bourke's piston jab is starting to find a home there, right on the nose. Themelakis doing some great work to the body, and that could be a factor in this fight.
Yeah, I think he's starting to tire a little bit actually.
Well, he has put a stunning work rate together in those first 2 rounds, and it is an 8-round fight. So maybe that's Paul Bourke's strategy, stay in there. Don't expend too much energy and see what happens in the later rounds.
Yeah, well, I think his strategy might be working.
Then there's always that X factor, and that's what Themelakis has, the ability to land that booming right, and it looks like Bourke's in a bit of trouble again, but managed to get out of trouble in the corner, and coming in tight to exchange, standing right in front of Evan Themelakis, and that's not to be advised, but he's very, very brave, putting on a good fight as Paul Bourke.
Yes, he's certainly putting on a good fight, but he's just not landing too many punches. He's throwing a lot of punches, but not landing them.
Big overhand right, knocks the mouth guard of Paul Bourke out of his mouth. Ignatius Michelides getting the mouth guard clean, but that was a big shot there that landed on Paul Bourke, and he might have some conditioning issues at this stage as well, because he's had some good work rate. It does look like he's in a bit of bother here as Evan Themelakis standing to land some big shots. Paul Bourke works his way off the ropes. I wouldn't be recommending standing there and taking those shots as Evan Themelakis moves across the ring. Blood now starting to trickle, looking to land that big bomb as Paul Bourke stands tight and lands a big shot, and that could put Paul Bourke in serious trouble as some body shots land, but he's no shortage of heart. He's got skills and he's certainly got toughness as Paul Bourke. Sporadically he's landing that big straight right, but this is looking like all Evan Themelakis. He's again showing great work rate, Paul. We thought he was tiring.
Yeah, we did. He's come back again, hasn't he? Vengeance.
16 into his kickboxer.
Oh,
in the ring a few times, and Paul Bourke comes roaring back into it and lands some good shots. As Themelakis fighting off the ropes. Paul Bourke initiating those exchanges, showing great heart here. In the 3rd round, as Themelakis lands a big right hand, and down goes Bourke with a count. Took one shot too many. Ignatius Michelides. And saved by the bell there in the 3rd round. A huge knockdown to Evan Themelakis.
Wow, I didn't see that one coming.
It was going to come. It was going to come. The big right hand was going to come.
But it,
Seconds out, round 4.
Let's go.
Next is the start.
Round 4 of an all guts and glory Victorian super middleweight stoush between Evan Themelakis and Paul Bourke. Themelakis in the black trunks with white piping, and very, very brave Paul Bourke went down at the end of the last round, and he looks like he could be in trouble again here as Themelakis closes in for the kill, and it's assuming a traditional pattern. Paul Bourke now starting to take some serious shots there, but there's no quit in him. He keeps moving forward, Paul. These two, what a great fight.
Yeah, it is a great fight, and Paul needs to sort of move around a little bit more. He's just getting in the way there when Evan's throwing his punches. He's cutting them left, right and centre.
He needs to get on his bike, and he needs to
move around,
start executing a plan B here, because Evan Themelakis dropped him with a huge right hand at the end of round 3, and if this pattern doesn't change, Paul Bourke's taking some really big shots, and this fight will come to an end. So let's see what he's got in the bag. Let's see what him and trainer Stuart Stokes can come up with. But he also had some great moments there in round 3.
Threw some good punches too, yeah.
And he stunned Evan Themelakis one stage on the ropes. Themelakis didn't have it all his own way, but certainly dominated, and it was a 10-8 round.
They hit him with a good uppercut there, didn't he, on the corner, on the ropes there.
It was a great uppercut, and needs to do more of that.
Yeah.
And that's what he needs to do more of. Pick him off from the outside.
Jab and move with him. Yeah, he's got to jab and move with him. He shouldn't be trying to match punches with him. The other guy's a bit too strong for him. And not only that, because of his longer arms, he's not going to be able to match his punching rate.
Themelakis moving forward, pressing the attack, looking to land that big right hand. Bourke staying out of trouble for now. It may have been too long. Fights off the ropes. Like an absolute warrior is Paul Bourke, fighting off the ropes again. And that lateral movement really shouldn't be standing there on the inside. It's very brave. It may mean he doesn't finish out this fight if Evan Themelakis doesn't tire, and his conditioning looks good.
He looks a bit weary. There he goes. That's it. That's what he should be doing all the time, jabbing that left hand out, and he's going to get him all the time.
Stick and move, and that's his best strategy in Paul Bourke. We are at the very close to the midpoint of this fight.
But he's hitting him all the time with that left hand. If he just
Evan Themelakis is starting to look like his condition is coming up short here in the 4th round. Paul Bourke, sensing opportunity, moves forward, having his best round of the fight so far. Sticking and moving. He's not being a stationary target. Themelakis' power. And also that overhand right is an X factor. If you can keep him at distance, then it's a lot easier for him to evade those punches as Themelakis moves forward. Two Thai warriors, fantastic round 4. How did you have that?
Put up a better performance.
Seconds out, round 5.
Go, guys. Call out.
Round 5, Victorian super middleweight title, a vigorous bout between Paul Bourke, and he's from Berwick, and Evan Themelakis, 34, from Yarraville, and it's been all Themelakis so far, but at the end of round 4 there, you sense that Paul Bourke was working his way back into this fight.
I thought so. I think he's starting to wake up to himself, and trying to match Evan with these punches. He's just not strong enough, and with the jabs that he changed his style, and I think he'll might have learned something out of trying to punch it out with him.
And my learned co-host is, of course, Paul Ferrari, Commonwealth champion, had a world title shot against the great Carlos Zarate. And you've been in this situation before where you've been patient and you've ended up winning the fight. So Paul Bourke, even though the cards are against him right now, if he can stay there and stick to the plan that he started to roll out there in round 4 and not get caught in Themelakis' game, he's a chance, Paul.
I think so. Yes, he's like if he adapts the style that he did this previous round, he'll here he goes again. That's good. Yeah.
3 and 4 punch combination then landed by Paul Bourke, and this could come down to Themelakis' conditioning. Themelakis has fought a couple of times this year, and he's got kickboxing bouts as well, but his conditioning here,
that's right,
could be found wanting and may turn this into a very interesting second half of the fight. Really an age differential, and he's hurt, and that's a big shot there for Paul Bourke. Ignatius Missolidis has gone down.
The referee's gone down with him.
And that's been waved off by Ignatius Missolidis. Paul Bourke in trouble, and that brings to a close a very entertaining fight, and a big win to Evan Themelakis, who's shown he can close out fights even when he's starting to tire, and that was great conditioning. Great fight.
It was a good fight, yes. I mean, I don't know. I think Paul needs to sort of look at himself again and watch this movie of what's happened tonight, and.
Hey, you know why? As you were like that, I thought you were going to go and finish it. Yeah, that's why I jumped in.
We congratulate our new Victorian super middleweight champion, Evan Themelakis. Now that a big round of applause for Gallant Paul Bourke, 2 rounds Paul Bourke.
Good win. That was MMA training.
And that brings us forever, hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. Evan, a great family of boxing, kickboxing people. Big days, so soon.